Let me ask you something. How many times have you told yourself, I can't do it? Whether it's that project, that dream, or that lifestyle change you've been avoiding, we all have moments when doubt creeps in. It happens to the best of us. But here's the twist. What if, instead of I can't, you told yourself, I can? What if you decided that today is the day you stop holding yourself back? Welcome to 100 Days, 100 Challenges, Day 8. In today's video, we're diving deep into something that can change your life, your mindset, and the way you see challenges. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with the best motivation you've ever heard, something that can push you forward on your journey. So stick around till the end. Trust me, it's worth it. We often underestimate our own potential. We think others are more talented, more capable, more deserving. But let me tell you, that's not true. You have something inside of you that's powerful, an inner strength waiting to be unleashed. You might not feel it every day, but it's there. And today's challenge is about unlocking that potential. Maybe you've had setbacks. Maybe things haven't gone as planned. Life throws curveballs, right? But what if I told you that those setbacks are actually setups for something bigger, something better? The problem is, most people give up too soon. They stop right before they hit the breakthrough. Imagine if you're just one more step away from success. Would you stop now? I don't think so. Not you. Right now, as you watch this, think about something you've been avoiding, something you've convinced yourself you can't do. Got it in your mind? Good. Now tell yourself, I can do it. Say it out loud. It sounds simple, but the moment you start believing in your own abilities, something shifts. You stop playing small. You stop listening to that voice of doubt. But this isn't just about positive thinking. This is about action. You can say, I can do it all day long, but if you don't take the steps, nothing changes. You need to follow through. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be pretty. Just make progress, one step at a time. Every step forward is a victory, no matter how small. Maybe right now you're thinking, it's easy to say, but how do I actually do it? Here's the secret. You start. That's it. You start, even if you're scared, even if you're unsure. Most people never even get to this point because they're waiting for the perfect moment. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. There's just now. Take a moment to reflect. When was the last time you actually tried something you thought you couldn't do? Chances are, when you pushed through that fear, the outcome surprised you. You felt stronger, more capable. So why not take that same energy and apply it again? Whatever you're facing now, tell yourself, I can do it, and take that leap. Now I want you to visualize the outcome. Picture yourself succeeding. What does that look like? What does that feel like? Success isn't something that happens to other people. It's something you create for yourself. You are capable of more than you realize, but only if you stop doubting and start doing. Think about the times you've achieved something you never thought possible. It could be something small, like sticking to a routine, or something big, like landing a job or completing a difficult task. What was the common thread in all those victories? You didn't give up. You pushed through the hard moments. You believed, maybe even for just a second, that you could do it. And that's all it takes, a moment of belief, a moment where you decide, I'm not backing down. That's where change happens. Remember, it's not the size of the challenge that matters, it's the size of your mindset. You might be facing something huge right now, something that feels overwhelming. But here's the thing, big challenges are just a series of small steps. Break it down. Focus on the next step, not the entire mountain. So right now, make a decision. Decide that no matter what comes your way, you will rise to the occasion. Decide that you will take on the challenge, not because it's easy, but because you know you're capable. You are resilient. You are strong. And above all, you can do it. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this final thought. Every person who has ever achieved greatness has faced moments of doubt. They weren't immune to fear. What made them different was their decision to push forward anyway. They embraced the challenge and trusted in their ability to figure it out. And now, it's your turn. Take today's challenge to heart. Look at whatever obstacle is in front of you and tell yourself, I can do it. You don't need anyone else's permission. You don't need everything to be perfect. You just need to take that first step. It's time to put that belief into action. The next step is simple: show up. Show up for yourself, for your goals, for your future. There's no secret formula, no magic wand. It's about consistency, about waking up every day with the mindset of, I can do this. Think about the people you admire, the ones who seem to achieve everything they set their minds to. Do you think they never had doubts? Of course they did. But here's what sets them apart: they didn't let those doubts control them. They didn't stop just because it got tough. They kept moving, kept believing in themselves, even when no one else did. And that's exactly what you're going to do. Every step you take, every challenge you face, is building you into the person you're meant to become. It might feel like you're climbing an impossible mountain, but with each step, you're getting stronger. Your confidence is growing, your skills are sharpening, and soon enough, you'll look back and realize that the thing you thought was impossible is now your reality. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's easy to say all this, but what about when things really get hard? Here's the truth: it will get hard. You'll face obstacles, you'll hit roadblocks, and there will be moments where you want to quit. But let me ask you this: what's the alternative? Giving up? Staying stuck in the same place? That's not an option, not for someone like you. You're here because you know deep down that you're capable of more. When the going gets tough, that's when you need to dig deep and remind yourself why you started. Think about what's on the other side of this challenge. Think about the freedom, the success, the satisfaction that comes from knowing you didn't give up. It's not just about reaching the finish line, it's about who you become in the process. You're becoming stronger, more resilient, more determined with every single step. So let's make this real. What's one action you can take today to move closer to your goal? It doesn't have to be huge. It could be something as simple as writing down a plan, making that phone call, or taking the first step towards a new routine. Whatever it is, do it. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. The moment you take action, you'll feel a shift. You'll start to see that "I can do it" isn't just a phrase, it's a way of life. Remember, nobody else is going to do this for you. You have to be your own biggest supporter. You have to cheer yourself on when no one else is watching. And when you do that, you'll start to see the world around you change. People will notice your confidence, your drive, and they'll start to believe in you too. But it all starts with you believing in yourself first. And here's the thing: there will be days when you don't feel motivated, days when it feels easier to just let things slide. But that's exactly when you need to push the hardest. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes. But discipline, that's what will carry you through. Discipline is about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the work, putting in the effort, because you know that every little bit counts. Think of it like this: every time you show up, every time you take action, you're building a muscle. And like any muscle, the more you work it, the stronger it gets. Eventually, it becomes second nature. You don't even think twice about it. You just do it because it's who you are. So what do you say? Are you ready to take on today's challenge with everything you've got? Are you ready to prove to yourself that "I can do it" isn't just a motivational phrase, but a reality you're living every single day? Because here's the truth: you already have everything you need inside of you. You don't need anyone else's approval. You don't need to wait for the perfect time. You just need to start. As you go forward from today, keep reminding yourself, "I can do it." Whether it's a big challenge or a small one, whether you're feeling confident or uncertain, keep saying those words. Over time, they'll sink in. They'll become a part of who you are. And before you know it, you'll be doing things you once thought were impossible. In the end, it's not about the challenges you face, but how you face them. It's not about waiting for things to be easy. It's about rising to the occasion and proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. So, take this energy and run with it. Face the challenges head on. Because trust me, when you look back on this moment, you'll be glad you made the choice to say, "I can do it." And don't forget, if today's challenge feels overwhelming, remember that you're not alone in this. Everyone who's on this journey with you is facing their own obstacles, their own doubts, but together, we're building something incredible. We're building a mindset that says, no matter what, we will rise. and that's exactly what you're going to do. Let's talk about the process. Sometimes we get caught up in the idea that success is a straight line, but in reality, it's full of twists, turns, ups, and downs. It's not always going to be smooth, and that's okay. In fact, that's what makes it worth it. The struggle is part of the journey. The days when you feel like quitting, those are the days that define you. Those are the days that build character. Imagine this. You're climbing a mountain. Halfway up, you look down, and the ground feels so far away. The top seems even farther. You're tired, your legs hurt, and you're out of breath. But here's the thing. You've already come so far. You've already put in the effort to make it to this point. Turning back now would mean giving up on everything you've worked for. So what do? You keep going. You dig deep, find that inner strength, and take another step. And that's life. That's exactly what you're doing right now. Maybe you're not physically climbing a mountain, but you're facing challenges that feel just as tough. You're working on your dreams, your goals, and every step forward matters, even if it's hard, even if it feels impossible. The fact that you're still here, still pushing forward, that's what matters. Let's be real for a second. You've probably faced moments where you thought, what's the point? Is all this effort really going to pay off? Maybe you've been putting in the work, but the results aren't showing up as quickly as you'd like. Maybe you're wondering if you're on the right path. But here's the thing. The results always come, but they take time. Patience and persistence are key. The people who succeed aren't necessarily the ones who are the most talented. They're the ones who didn't give up. They're the ones who kept going, even when they couldn't see the finish line. So stop waiting. Start today. Take that first step, no matter how small it is. Because here's the thing. Once you start, the momentum builds. Action creates more action. The hardest part is always getting started. But once you do, everything becomes easier. You start to see progress, you start to feel more confident, and that feeling of I can do it becomes stronger with every step you take. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. No one else is living your life. No one else knows your journey, your struggles, your dreams, and no one else can make the decision to keep going but you. You are in control of your destiny. You have the power to change your life, to make your dreams a reality, but you have to believe it. You have to believe that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many times you fall, you can do it. The people who achieve their dreams aren't fearless. They feel fear just like everyone else, but they don't let it stop them. They push through it. They use it as fuel, and you can do the same. When fear shows up, instead of letting it hold you back, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Most of the time, the worst-case scenario isn't nearly as bad as we imagine. And even if things don't go exactly as planned, you'll be okay. You'll learn, you'll grow, and you'll come back stronger. Right now, I want you to think about that big dream of yours, the one that sometimes feels too far away, too difficult to achieve. Maybe it's something you've been putting off because it feels too overwhelming. Maybe you're waiting for the right moment, for everything to line up perfectly. But here's the truth. There is no perfect moment. The only time you have is now. And every day you wait is a day you could be making progress. So right now, take a deep breath and tell yourself, I can do it. Say it until you believe it. Say it until there's no doubt in your mind, and then go out there and prove it. Thank you for sticking with me through this challenge. You've got this. The next time you're faced with an obstacle, remind yourself of this moment. Remind yourself of the power you hold and take that step forward. Remember, you're capable of more than you realize. You're stronger than you think. And above all, you can do it. Now, as promised, here's the best motivation to close it all out. Imagine your future self looking back at you today, thanking you for not giving up, for not backing down. That version of you is cheering you on right now, telling you you've got this. All it takes is that belief in yourself, that confidence in your ability, and the willingness to act on it. So go out there and show the world what you're capable of, because you can do it.